It's because that stopped working. My little bit of software stopped working because I unplugged my earphones. But yeah, so we've got a Friday night quiz again. Got 50 questions. Wait, 50 questions? 1, 2. Yeah, 50 questions. 10 questions per round. Or whatever you call it, your theme of each round. There we go. You've got music, movies and TV, general knowledge, history, and then science and tech. Oh, sorry. So we'll get ready. I feel like I've made these ones a little bit easier than last week. There's a few that I'd say were harder unless you like are into that stuff, I guess. But majority of them are a little bit easier, I'd say. So let's get started. So round one is music. So 10 questions all about music, basically. So, question one. I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Are lyrics to which song? I'm not the half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Okay, question two. Which Oasis album is the fastest selling album in Britain? Which Oasis album is the fastest selling album in Britain? And you get a bonus point if you can get how many copies within like 10,000. If you're within 10,000, you can have a bonus point if you get the amount of copies as well. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give bonus points tonight. Okay, question three. Which lead singer took their own life in July 2017? Singer took their own life in July 2017. Question four. Wait, yeah, question four. What is the highest grossing tour of all time? Again, you get a bonus point if you get within like 25 million because it's a lot of money. So, what is the highest grossing tour of all time? And you get a bonus point if you get within 25 million. You would say 17 million and it was 42. You get it. That's not the answer, but. Question five. Lean all in my bladder, cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her, are lyrics to which song? So, lean all in my bladder, cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her, are the lyrics to which song? Question six. Half the World Away by Oasis is the theme tune to which British TV show? So Half the World Away by Oasis is the theme tune to which British TV show? Question seven. Who holds the record for the longest professional music career? Who holds the record for the longest professional music career? What year did Ray Charles pass away? So in what year did Ray Charles pass away? That's the blind pianist for anyone who doesn't know. Hey, question 9. One Direction came third in the X Factor in 2010 and went on to become one of the biggest boy bands of all time. Name the 5 original members, and you get a point for each you get. So if you only get 2, you get 2. So One Direction came third in the X Factor in 2010, went on to become one of the biggest boy bands of all time. Name the 5 original members. 10. Which Bob Dylan song did Adele include on her first album? So, what song did she cover on her first album? So, which Bob Dylan song did Adele include on her first album? Okay, so we'll do the answers to each round as we go along. So we'll do the answers to that round, so you're not waiting around to find out the answer. So, if we're all ready, well, if anyone needs a new repeat, just let me know. So let's answer them. So, question 1. I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Are lyrics to which song? That was Yesterday by the Beatles. Question 2. Which Oasis album is the fastest selling album in Britain? And you get a bonus point for how many copies. So the album was Be Here Now, and it sold 350,000 copies. What is that? Yeah, hang on. Yeah, because it was which album? Yeah. Yes, 350,000 copies, and that's just in Britain. Question 3. Which lead singer took their own life in July of 2017? That was Chester Bennington, the lead singer of Linkin Park. Okay, question 4. What is the highest grossing tour of all time? And you get a bonus point if you were within 25 million. So that was Ed Sheeran Divide Tour, and they did $775 million. $775 million. That's a lot of money. Question 5. Lean all in my bladder, cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. Are lyrics to which song? That was Old Town Road by Little Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus. Question 6. Half the World Away by Oasis is the theme tune to which British TV show? That was The Royal Family. Question 7. Who holds the record for the longest professional music career? That was Dame Vera Lynn. It was 81-year career she's got, and she's 103 and she's still going. Mad. Question 8. What year did Ray Charles pass away? That was 2004, which was a lot more recent than I expected. Question 9. I won't read the question again, but you had to name the 5 members of One Direction. It was Harry Styles, Niall Horan, or Horan, how you say it, Liam Payne, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik. And finally, question 10. Which Bob Dylan song did Adele include on her first album? That was Make You Feel My Love. So it should be a score out of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Should be a score out of 16. So let's move swiftly on to round 2, which is your movies and TV round. So, question 1 is, who is the alter ego of Scott Lang, as featured in the 2015 and 2018 Marvel films? Who is the alter ego of Scott Lang, as featured in the 2015 and 2018 Marvel films? Okay, question 2. In which 2016 sci-fi romance film did characters portrayed by Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence become the only 2 people to be awakened early on a spaceship full of individuals in hibernation pods? Um, so in 2016, which 2016 sci-fi romance film did characters portrayed by Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence become the only two people to be awakened early on a spaceship full of individual hibernation pods? Okay, so question 3. Name 3 people who have played Spider-Man in the live-action films. You get a bonus point if you get all 4 of them, but I just need 3 for 1 point. So name 3 people who have played Spider-Man in the live-action films, and a bonus point if you get all 4. Okay, question 4. Who played Phoebe Buffay in Friends? Played Phoebe Buffay in Friends. Question 5. In which year was Coronation Street first aired? Coronation Street first aired. Question 6. The 1986 novel It by Stephen King was turned into a film in 2017. What is the name of the clown? So, what is the name of the clown in the 2017 film It? Question 7. Who played Peter Venkman in the 1984 film Ghostbusters? Played Peter Venkman in the 1984 film Ghostbusters. Question 8. Who directed both Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and The Colour Purple? They're both films. So, who directed both Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and The Colour Purple? Question 9. Who was the villain in the original Friday the 13th film? So, who was the villain in the original Friday the 13th? Ten. How many Michael Myers Halloween movies have there been? So, how many Michael Myers Halloween movies have there been? Seconds, and then we'll go back through all of the answers. Okay. So now let's do the answers. So, question 1. Who is the alter ego of Scott Lang in the 2015 and 18 Marvel films? That's Ant-Man. So he played Ant-Man in Ant-Man. Question 2. In which 2016 sci-fi romance film did Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence become the only two people to be awakened early on a spaceship full of individuals in hibernation pods? That's Passenger. Question 3. Name 3 people who have played Spider-Man in live-action films, and a bonus point if you got all 4. So the 4 were Nicholas Hammond, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. So if you've got all 4, you get 4. You get 2 points. If you only got 3, you get 1 point. Question 4. Who played Phoebe Buffay in Friends? It's Lisa Kudrow, or Kudrow, however you say her name. 5. In which year was Coronation Street first broadcast? That's 1960, which is a lot older than I expected, to be fair. Question 6. In the 1986 novel It, Stephen King. Let me start again. The 1986 novel It by Stephen King was turned into a film in 2017. What is the name of the clown? It was Pennywise. Question 7. Who played Peter Venkman in 1984's Ghostbusters? That's Bill Murray. Question 8. Who directed both Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom and The Colour Purple? That's Steven Spielberg. I've never actually heard of The Colour Purple movie. I don't know what's about. Question 9. Who was the villain in the original Friday the 13th? That was Pamela Voorhees. Because obviously it's Jason Voorhees in the most famous one. But it was Pamela Voorhees in the original. And then how many Michael Myers... then question 10 was how many Michael Myers Halloween movies have there been? The answer was 9. Okay, so that was round 1 and 2. So now on to round 3, which is your general knowledge, or as I've spelled it, knowledged. So, question 1. The tallest building in the world is located in which city? So the tallest building in the world is located in which city? Okay, question 2. Which year was the original Toy Story film released in the US? Which year was the original Toy Story film released in the US? Three. Name the current UK Chancellor of the Exchequer. I can't pronounce it, but I can't pronounce it. Just Exchequer. Exchequer. I apologise. Question 4. Which film was the first to be recognised as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? So, which film was first to be recognised as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Okay, question 5. Name the longest river in the UK. So name the Longest river in the UK. Hey, question 6. What is the capital city of New Zealand? So, what is the capital city of New Zealand? Question 6. No, I think I've said that was capital of New Zealand, yeah. Question 7. Complete the famous line from an iconic Queen song. So, I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the blank? So, I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the blank? Will you do the blank? Okay. Right. 8. At the time of writing, May 2020, who is 5th in line to the British throne? So at the time of writing, who is the 5th in line to the British throne? Question 9. Which country is brie cheese originally from? So, which country is brie cheese originally from? And then your final question for this round. Who painted the Mona Lisa? So, who painted the Mona Lisa? Okay, right, let's go back through and answer the... Not answer the answers, I'll give you the answers. That's what I meant. So question 1 was, the tallest building in the world is located in which city? The answer to that was Dubai. It was the Burj Khalifa, however you say it. Question 2. Which year was the original Toy Story film released in the US? And that's 1996. Question 3. Name the current UK Chancellor of the word. It was Rishi Sunak. Chancellor of the Exchequer? Don't know. Question 4. Which was the first film to be recognised as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That was Iron Man. Question 5. Name the longest river in the UK. It's the River Severn. Question 6. What is the capital of New Zealand? It's Wellington. Question 7. Complete this famous line from an iconic Queen song. I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche. Scaramouche. Will you do the blank? Will you do the fandango? Was the answer Fandango? Question 8. At the time of writing, who was 5th in line to the British throne? It's Prince Louis. Or Louis. Louis. US overset. Question 9. Which country is brie cheese originally from? That's France. I thought it was Italy for some reason, but it's France. Question 10. Who painted the Mona Lisa? That was Leonardo da Vinci. Or as I spelled it, Da Vinci. But Leonardo da Vinci. Accidentally added an A. Okay, so then for that round you should have a score out of 10. So far you should have a score out of like 37, something like that. 36, 37, maybe 38. I don't know. Okay, so we've got 2 rounds left. So your next round is history. So let's get into it. So question 1. What did the Romans call Scotland? So what did the Romans call Scotland? Question 2. Who was Henry VIII's last wife? So who was Henry VIII's last wife? Question 3. Who was the youngest British Prime Minister? So who was the youngest British Prime Minister? Question 4. Which English explorer was executed in 1618, 15 years after being found guilty of conspiracy against King James I of England and 6th of Scotland? So which English explorer was executed in 1618, 15 years after being found guilty of conspiracy against King James I of England and 6th of Scotland? Question 5. Which US president had the middle name Milhouse? So which US president had the middle name? Okay, so something broke. Okay, decided just to stop. Weird. Okay, so I'll repeat question 5 just in case. Which US president had the middle name Milhouse? Question 6. What notorious event occurred on the 24th of October 1929? So which notorious event occurred on the 24th of October 1929? Okay. Question 7. What was the name of the baker in whose... Sorry. What was the name of the baker in the bakery... In whose bakery the Great Fire of London in 1666 apparently started? So what was the name of the baker in whose bakery the Great Fire of London of 1666 apparently started? Okay. Question 8. Which Queen of England was known as Bloody Mary? So which Queen of England was known as Bloody Mary? Okay, question 9. In which year was Joan of Arc burned at the stake? So in which year was Joan of Arc burned at the stake? Okay, and finally question 10. Which city was engulfed in lava from Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD? So which city was engulfed in lava from Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD? Twenty more seconds and then we'll go through the answers. Okay, so let's go through the answers then. So, question 1. What did the Romans call Scotland? That was Caledonia. Because they called London Londinium, something like that. So what did the Romans call Scotland? It was Caledonia. Question 2. Who was Henry VIII's last wife? That was Catherine Parr. Question 3. Who was the youngest British Prime Minister? That was William Pitt. Question 4. Which English explorer was executed in 1618 after being found guilty of conspiracy? That was Sir Walter Raleigh, or Riley. Sir Walter Raleigh. Question 5. Which US president had the middle name Milhouse? It was Richard Nixon, or Richard Milhouse Nixon. Question 6. Which notorious event occurred on 24th of October 1929? That was the stock market crash, which led to like the Great Recession and all that. Question 7. What was the name of the baker in whose bakery the Great Fire of London of 1666 apparently started? It was Thomas Farnier, or Fariner. Thomas Fariner. Which Queen of England was known as Bloody Mary? That was Mary the First, or Mary One. Question 9. In which year was Joan of Arc burned at the stake? That was 1431. And finally, for that round, which city was engulfed in lava from Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD? That was Pompeii. Okay, so that should have a score out of 10 for that round, so like 46, 47 in total. And now we go to the final round, which is science and tech. So, question 1. On which planet is the tallest mountain in the solar system? So on which planet is the tallest mountain in the solar system? Hey, question 2. What is the name of a single dot on a computer monitor screen? So what is the name of a single dot on a computer monitor screen? Okay, question 3. Solid carbon dioxide is known by what name? So solid carbon dioxide is known by what name? Question 4. How many astronauts crewed the Gemini series of spacecraft? So how many astronauts crewed the Gemini series of spacecraft? Okay, question 5. In which US state did the Wright brothers first fly? So, in which US state did the Wright brothers first fly? Okay, so speaking of planes, question 6. What colour is the black box found in commercial planes? So what colour is the black box found in commercial planes? I will tell you it's not black. Hey, question 7. What does CAT stand for in a CAT scan? So what does CAT stand for in a CAT scan? Okay, in question 8. Double Nobel Prize winning scientist and famous for her work on radioactivity. What is her name? So double Nobel Prize winning scientist and famous for her work on radioactivity. What is her name? Should have worded that question a bit differently because that doesn't really make sense. But basically, who is a double Nobel Prize winning scientist and famous for her work on radioactivity? Okay, question 9. What was discovered first, DNA or the planet Pluto? So what was discovered first, DNA or the planet Pluto? And then your final question for the quiz tonight. When was SpaceX founded? So what year was SpaceX founded? Okay then, so you should have all them answered. I don't know why I was going to say you should have a score out of a certain number because you shouldn't, because I haven't given you the answers yet. So let's do the answers. So question 1: on which planet is the tallest mountain in the solar system found? That's Mars. Yeah, Mars has the tallest mountain in the solar system. Question 2: what is the name of a single dot on a computer monitor screen? That's a pixel. So, you like when they say like 1920 by 1080, it means 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels. Question 3: solid carbon dioxide is known by what name? It's known as dry ice. Question 4: how many astronauts crewed the Gemini series of spacecraft? It was 2. So it was 2 people crewed it. God, imagine being stuck with someone for weeks on end. Oh wait, we are. Okay. Question 5: in which US state did the Wright brothers first fly? So in which US state did the Wright brothers first fly? That was North Carolina. Question 6: what colour is the black box found in commercial planes? It's not black, it's orange. Which makes sense because if you're looking amongst a plane crash, you need something very bright and vibrant that you can find. Question 7: what does CAT stand for in a CAT scan? It's computerized axial tomography. Question 8: double Nobel Prize winning scientist and famous for her work on radioactivity. What is her name? Her name is Marie Curie. Question 9: what was discovered first, DNA or the planet Pluto? It was DNA by 1 year, which is mad. And then your final answer: what was SpaceX? When was SpaceX founded? That was 2002. So it was founded in 2002. So yeah, so after that you should have a score out of like 56 or 57 with the bonus points. Be sure to comment your scores. And yeah. So that is going to do it for this Friday quiz. I might do one next week, I'm not sure yet. But if you enjoyed it, be sure to like it and subscribe and all that stuff. And I shall see you next week, potentially. In a bit. Peace.